The other day, a professor of mine said something along the lines of, "Beware of those who want to foster dialogue." Well, hello, welcome to another video that you're watching on the internet today. My name is Molly, but you can call me Molly. Today, I am recording my first YouTube video. Hello from my laptop's photo booth. I was gonna film on my phone, but she was running on 10% in a dream. I have so many different things that I like to do that I oftentimes attach to my identity, but first and foremost, I am a yapper. I'm getting my bachelor's in international relations very, very soon. It's something I'm so passionate about. There's so much information that I want to share because it's kind of hard to be a young person right now, and we're trying to orient ourselves to this global world. I recently had to arrive at the very difficult truth that I'm never going to feel ready. There's never going to be a right time, and I was just really tired of putting off this cathartic, creative release to this better version of myself, you know? Why isn't the girl that I am right now also deserving of that? I think that that is something that far more people relate to than I can sometimes convince myself of. We as humans have a tendency to make ourselves suffer so much by thinking like I'm the only one that goes through this thing. Also, another element is that I kind of feel obligated to be on YouTube because YouTube raised me. Like, if this ship goes down, I'm going down with it. Like, very like, I fear, like, with a white knuckle grip. I don't know. I have this deep obligatory sense. So, I'm here doing it. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I was very, very clear on what my values were. And so I was interrogating myself, like, why do you feel so compelled to do this? You know? Of course, though, when I was thinking about this, something that I wanted to be wary of was not just turning my entire life into content. I can tell you right now, because I'm still working through, like, commitment issues when it comes to my passion project, I don't want to just be, like, filming everything. Unless I had a really great time, you know, and I was having a key with my friends, and I was like, yeah, like, life is worth living. Ooh, 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 ooh. You can't see it, but my frat boy flick is going crazy up there. Anyway, it does not escape me that, you know, once you put something out into the world, it takes on a life of its own. I have made the executive decision between me, myself, and I, the High Council, that if this doesn't feel good anymore, I'm just not gonna do it. I only want what I'm posting on here to come from a place of, like, genuine enjoyment and fulfillment. I just think that when you have lived long enough to know what really lights you up inside and what makes you feel like, oh yeah, like, I'm in flow state right now when I do this. For me, it's talking. It's when I'm talking about something and it really resonates with the other person or people, and they're like, wow, I never really thought about it that way. That is what really gets me going. And so we'll see. We'll see if this is a good way for me to do that. Also, and this could be like a topic for another time entirely, because I will get off on tangents. Okay, trust. I will get off on tangents. But something that I constantly think about is how, especially this year, with the internet being the way in which we receive information, informing our norms and our values culturally, and the fact that because of the internet, we no longer have this mono consensus, right? We have all these external voices telling you what to do, and how you dress, what you eat, like the way that you approach problems is all informed by a bunch of different people all talking at you at the same time. And when you're in a developing stage of life, when you're trying to figure out who you are, of course that's going to be confusing. Of course you're not going to be able to see where one thing ends and another begins. And I think that because of this, You know, everybody has a sense of how they want to express themselves and perform to those cultural expectations. But beyond the surface level, it just kind of fizzles out, right? I think that we've all met people who are wearing some kind of signifier of like having a niche interest, right? Or something that you at least recognize as niche, where you're like, oh, this is something I'm also interested in. I could be friends with this person. And then you get to know them and it just kind of falls flat. Or you do enter a friendship with them, but you feel like it's very surface level and you feel like they're not really invested in you as a person. They're invested in your ability to enable them aesthetically and make them feel like, okay, I'm doing something right. It's such an inevitable consequence to what I was just talking about, but it still is really, really depressing in a lot of cases. Of course, the way that you express yourself could grow in obtuse directions or could develop in ways that might not 100% be healthy all of the time. And I think that we would be better off if we just accepted this and moved on rather than internalized the shame of feeling like, oh, I followed this trend that I didn't even like because I thought that I liked it, but I didn't. I think that that's a normal part of all of this. And we should be more forgiving towards ourselves and towards others. Because at the end of the day, if you want to stop judging yourself so much, you have to stop judging other people. And oh my god, that's a whole other, like, don't even get me started. Like this is our first date. Like, I'm not about to jump into that right now. Are you kidding me? I'm really excited to see where all of this goes and what we talk about, but I hope that you will stick with me through this journey, watch this space, all of that. Smash that like, subscribe. Take care, y'all. Peace out. And I'll see you next time. Bye.